Working from home the first time is challenging for many people. All of a sudden you become a virtual team. And the good thing is you can learn from best practices of a virtual team how to work remotely in a very effective way. And I want to share my experience with you in this video. So the first and most important thing is when working from home, make sure you have one room that is only yours, when no one will interrupt you, where you can stay focused during the day and working without any interruptions. Interruptions will kill you. You know that maybe from the office when your neighbor or your colleague asks you, maybe you can help me with this thing, maybe you can help me with that thing. And all of a sudden you are interrupted. And if this happens many times every day, you get stressed out. At home, I recommend, and I do it in that way, to block 60-minute focus times. Time boxes where you have absolute focus and where nobody else will interrupt you. And you communicate this to your family. So your family knows after 60 minutes, you have 10 or 15 minutes for engagement. You can talk to them, you can visit your wife, your son, your daughter, and have family time of 15 minutes to clarify things, whatever is required. And this will allow you to stay focused, and it will also allow your family to plan reliably with you being available for whatever they need. So these are already two things. So the first thing is have one room for yourself where you work focused. The second thing is have time boxes of 60-minute focus time, 10 or 15 minutes family time. That will make it easy for everyone to plan and you won't be stressed that much. The next thing is time boxes for your workday. I do it in a way that I plan my subjects like marketing, strategy, sales, software, architecture, technology. So all my topics, I plan for time boxes every day. When I have my 60-minute time slots in my calendar where I focus, I plan ahead with which subject I want to use my work in the most efficient way. So I have a Trello board, and in this Trello board, per subject, I have one column. And in each column, I collect my topics, my issues that I need to do. And these topics will help me to stay structured, to stay focused, and to set priorities. Every column has a clear order, and the top item is the one with the highest priority. So I take my time usually on Fridays and I sort these columns. For marketing, I reprioritize. For sales, I reprioritize, and for other subjects as well. So that whenever I have a time box in my calendar dedicated to the subject of marketing, I just go to my Trello board, pick the first one, the one that is on the top of the list, and I just work on that. That will help me to save time understanding what is my top priority. I simply can go to the list, pick the first one, and I have the most important thing. And that helps me a lot to get structured through my day, not having to mess up with too many things and not understanding what is the highest priority. With this combination of time boxes and a Trello board, you can use any other tool that provides you with like a Kanban board with different columns. But with this methodology, I'm able to stay focused during the whole day. And the next thing is more related to your interaction and engagement with your team. What is very important to understand is that working remotely from home or in virtual teams needs different ways of communication than compared to working in an office. In an office, you all sit in the same room or you have different rooms. However, you will always be interrupted. You know, this kind of work, this way of working is closely related to constant, continuous communication. And that interrupts people a lot. That's why so many people think that without these kitchen cooler talks, work is not possible. There are so many ideas that come up. There are so many solutions to problems in projects that come up during these ad hoc communications that they can't even imagine that working remotely without this is possible. It is. It just requires a different structure. And the one first and most important thing is structured communication. That means If you sit at home, if you work remotely, and you shut off all your communication channels because you want to stay focused, it's not possible for your colleagues to interrupt you when they need you. And that might let them feel helpless, because when they need help and you are not there, in the past they were used that you are always available for them because they can simply interrupt you in the office. This is not possible anymore when you are working remotely with your whole team. So try to have time slots in your calendar and communicate them clearly to your team so that they can understand when you are available for communication. Allow them to have access to your calendar so they can book an appointment with you in these free communication time boxes. That will give them reliability. So that means you are available when they need you because they know when they can plan with you, and you can stay focused because you won't have any interruptions outside of your communication time boxes. So this is one important thing. Also with chats, try to be focused on asking precise questions. Not asking, can you help me with that? Or can I get your feedback on that? Or how would you do that? Instead, ask precise, to the point questions, because how you ask your question will determine the answer. And this will help you to not get messed up with so much communication during the whole day. It will help you to stay focused and providing help and support to your team by giving focused advice. But that requires focused questions. So that is one very important thing that helped me and my team. Before you write a question, take a minute and get very clear, get very precise about what you want from the person you want to talk to. And then the next thing is asynchronous communication. Asynchronous communication is not having video calls. Video calls are nice for personal interaction and engagement, but it requires finding an appointment at the same time. And that requires that you have to find a time slot in your calendar, which might be outside of your time box, to meet this other person at the same time. What we do is asynchronous communication by creating video messages and sending those video messages to the person that should view or answer this question. Usually I share my screen, I enable my video, and I talk. In the same way as I do here, talking in front of a camera, but sharing the screen will allow you to provide additional information that will make it easier to understand your problem. The more information, visible and audio information, and by screen sharing you can provide, the easier it is for your colleague or customer or whoever you want to talk to understand you. Okay? Don't just try to talk lots of words. Try to stay focused on what you need and make a clear visual statement and verbal statement about what you want this person to do. Video helps a lot, and it's asynchronously. This person can view the video whenever he or she has time, and he or she can send a video back whenever he or she has time. And then it's up to you. When your time box comes and you want to continue with the subject, you can simply watch the video. And in most cases, it's even enough if this person just relies by a message. When the question is very clear, usually we don't need a discussion. We just need an answer and your problem is solved. Another way of asynchronous communication is, sending a video. The next thing is having a text chat. That will also help a lot. Or just providing screenshot. Whenever you can create something and send it to somebody without having a meeting, this is asynchronous communication, and it will keep you in control of your own time. And the last point is, you have to learn, when you lead a team, a remote team, you have to learn leading by results instead of availability. Leading by results mean it doesn't matter where this person works, what she's currently doing, and when she does that. It's only important when she will deliver the committed result or outcome. So that is the only important thing, and that requires transparency. Without transparency about the progress of the result, without transparency about the communication, so when this person needs help or support, you won't be able to lead by results. You will always lead by management, by walking around is the typical phrase for that. You will always lead by availability. That's how most people, most managers are used to lead when they are in an office with a team at the same place. Leading remotely requires structure. Remember this from the beginning of this video. And it requires clarity about what exactly this person should do or which responsibility this person should take. That requires accountability and responsibility. That is very important for you to feel that you can rely on your team. And it is important for your team because they want to know what they have to do, what they have to deliver, so that they do a good job. Most people that are really good, they want this. They want to know when they are doing well, when they are delivering the right thing, and when they are matching your expectations. So when you are interested in leading virtual teams, subscribe to the Flash Up YouTube channel. We will post regular videos that will help you to understand the structure, the tools, and the methods that will enable you to build a high-performance virtual team.